4, 3, 2, 1.
International superstar, Miss Butter B. Rocker.
You are now tuned in to Butter B. Rocker on Transparency Talks Podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Transparency Talks Podcast. I am your girl, Butterby Rocker. Listen, we have an amazing show for you today. But before I bring on my special guest, I just want to thank you guys so much for supporting me and all of my endeavors, from my books to my films to my BBR Indie Films Festival and everything. Our next one is going to be on Wednesday, November 13th. You're going to hear right now exclusively. We have Diane Durrett. She is the president of the Recording Academy. So we got the president of the Grammys. Well, of the Grammys, for the Atlanta chapter. She's the president of the Recording Academy for the Atlanta chapter. Miss Diane Durrett is going to be in the building as one of the panelists. We have Miles Truitt. You know him from BMF, from Black Lightning, the New Edition story. He was on Stranger Things. So we have him coming up. We have Demetria McKinney, actress, singer, model from Tyler Perry's House of Pain, going to be there. We have confirmed Rashawn Ali. I'm super excited. Actress from All the Queen's Men, from Sister Circle. She used to be a radio personality. And we have Mr. Javon Johnson, actor, director, writer from The Oval, American Soul, Survivor's Remorse. So I'm saying all this to say, y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know it's going to sell out. Tickets are available on the website already at www.bbrindiefilms.com. I want to see you in the building. Do not wait till the last 2 days, because it never goes well when you do that. So anywho, he is a visionary, a writer, a playwright, a producer, a director. Can you please show some love for Mr. Robert J. Moore?
What's going
And the
on,
crowd goes
everybody?
wild.
What's going on? What's up, Butter B? How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I was just, I was just eating my food, so I'm good now. I'm all right.
You good now? I think I should be calling you Coach Rob. I was reading your bio. You're doing some amazing things.
I appreciate that. Yeah, Coach Rob. That's what I've been called for so many years now. So I'm all right. I can answer to that. But I just added an author though. I just put out my book though, Butter B Rock. I just put out. So I'm an author. I'm an author now. So I have my first book that I just put out. So I'm good. I'm anything you want to call me, I can answer. You know what I mean? As long as it's just nice. I'm all right.
All right, that's good. Well, we can definitely talk about your book as well. But let's start from the beginning. Can you tell everybody a little bit of background about yourself?
Wow. I'm a child of. My mother has 4 children.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my 3 brothers and my little sister. I come from a long background where my father has a lot of children. But I'm the oldest of everybody. I was adopted. When I was 12 years old. Adopted, and my adopted father's name is Christopher Michael Smith, president of Winthrop College. Him and George Bush and Barbara Bush, they started Afghanistan University over in Afghanistan. So he was the president of Afghanistan. So I was adopted by him. We moved to Philadelphia. Was there since 1991. I was there. Went to school there, went to college, got into a lot of crazy stuff. My dad, he moved over to Afghanistan, and I was here by myself. Started having children. My oldest is 29. Her name is Nadia. And, started just just living life, just taking a lot of things at it. And then I was shot 4 times, and I moved to Delaware. So when I moved to Delaware, I wanted to do some stuff, man, just try to figure out some things in life. You know what I mean? Some other things. I knew the disadvantages of not having a father. So I wanted to be that example for the community. So I started a youth organization. So when I started the youth organization, I got a lot of kids. I had a little bit of money. So I went and bought the best uniforms that you can be. I started a program. It's called Team Crossover Elite. So, but because I knew basketball, I played basketball in college, high school. So I knew basketball was something that would take me. It would take those kids, because basketball took me to a lot of places. So I knew getting them out of their comfort zone, getting them to do something else, and they wanted to play basketball. So we got to play basketball, and you want to be the best, you got to go out and play the best. So I started a travel basketball team, and we just started traveling, doing a lot of different things, man. But then I with the traveling basketball team, Crossover Elite, I started losing kids. Kids was getting shot. Kids was killing other kids, their own friends. And it was like to the point where it's like, man, what am I doing wrong? I'm trying to reach all of these kids. I'm doing this basketball stuff. I'm paying for this. I'm buying them. I'm doing all of that stuff, but I still wasn't reaching the kids. So I started a program. It's called a coaching toolbox. So we started mentoring the kids, giving another aspect of just life. And so I started doing that. I didn't tell you guys that I was a teacher as well. So I was teaching. I was working in the prison. I was doing both. So I was seeing the kids before they was going to jail and telling them not to go to jail. But then when they was going to jail, I was seeing them in jail, telling them, like, didn't I tell you? So it was just a lot of things that I was going through, emotionally. So I started putting a lot of stuff down on paper. All of the stuff that I was going through, relationship wise, going through. And that's how I just started writing.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I didn't know half of that from your bio. I mean, I knew that you was doing your youth organization and your coach toolbox. I didn't know about you got shot 4 times.
Yeah.
Why you shot 4 times? What happened?
I was selling drugs in the
Oh,
wrong, just doing something, trying to impress people, and impressing the wrong people.
gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So then you moved to Delaware, right?
Yeah, I moved to Delaware. Yeah.
And that's where you started your youth organization and your coach
Yeah.
toolbox. And
Yep.
then
Yep.
from that, that's what made you start writing. And the first thing you wrote was a what?
The first thing that I ever wrote was a letter to my dad.
Hmm.
It was a letter to my father. And I'm talking about my adopted father. Um, so Michael was, you know, one thing that about me that I've learned through this whole process or whatever, like I don't approve of adoption with a white person and a black person. I mean, and again, and this is something that I went through that I had. Michael was probably the best person that I've ever met in my entire life. He changed my life.
Hmm.
He was there through my baseball, basketball, all of the sports and stuff that I played. But I still always wanted my father. Every time I looked in the stands, I see Michael there, but it just wasn't the right. And he don't even know this. If he's watching, he knows now. But and people, you will know, what I mean, when you see my movie when it comes out. But I used to look in the stands and like it was just never the same. It was just didn't feel right. My mom wasn't there, my dad wasn't there, and the only person that I had rooting me on was this white guy. And then I called my dad, and it was just like, man, you know what I mean. So I wrote him a letter. The letter was called "A Father You Say You Were to Me" because he left. He left when I went away to college. He left. He went back down south and took my cousins, because I had some cousins that lived with us as well. He adopted 5 of us.
Wow.
So he took them back down south with him, and I was just left alone. So again, abandonment issues. I was already dealing with abandonment issues from when my mom allowed me to get adopted. And then going through relationships. I was facing that abandonment issues, doing all this stuff, you know, so it was a lot of abandonment. And then he just up and left. So again, back to trauma, abandonment issues. So I wrote him a letter. I said, Father, you said you were to me. And that was the first thing that I ever like sat down and like took my time to write. Like, you know, in high school, colleges or whatever, you write letters to girls, you know, do you like me? Yes, no, you know what I mean? Those type of things and all that. But this was the first thing that I sat down and I actually wrote. And I found when I was writing it, it relieved me of so much anger because I told him on the paper, but he never actually saw it, but I still was able to get it out. So that was the first thing that I wrote, that letter to him. And then the first stage play I wrote, it was called I Should Not Be a Target. So when you hear that title, people think that it's all about cops and guns and, you know, black guy getting arrested. And it has nothing to do with any of that. So that was the first thing that I wrote. So when I wrote that play, I needed somebody else to actually like come in and help me with that play. So I wrote it and I sent it to her name is Jamira Terrell. And Jamira Terrell literally brought that play out. She and we collaborated on it, and it was that was my very first play.
Okay. So let's backtrack a little bit. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you write a letter and then say, I now want to write a play.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that though. So that's when I first saw Tyler Perry.
Okay.
That was the Tyler Perry is a very, you know, to be able to meet him and, you know, meet his cousin and literally like, you know, like though that was the man. I felt like a kid in the candy store when I saw him, like, you know, and I didn't now, you know, but he was my inspiration. So when I saw the stage play, I just was like, I can do this. Like I know I can do this. You know what I mean? Like I like to write. I like to create. I can do this. So I'm like, I can do it. So I went in the park one day and literally went in the park and I wrote 60 pages. Just in one sitting, I just wrote 60 pages. It was like I was just going, just writing, you know, and that's how it all started.
That's dope. Okay. All right. That ties it in better because I'm like, okay, so what just happened here? You go from a letter to I'm gonna do a play. Got it.
Yeah.
Yep, I understand that completely. I did my very first play. It stemmed from one of my songs that I wrote, and I was in another play, and I sent the song to the director of that play, and he contacted me. And he was like, "This is a play," and I said, "You know, I've always wanted to write a play, but I don't know how to write a play." And so he offered to write the play for me. And because we already technically had the blueprint, but I'm like, well, I don't want you to write the play. I don't want you to write it by yourself. I want to learn so we can write it together. And then once I understood the format of how it goes, because a song, you know, that's one dimensional, or you're singing the third person type thing, but there's no dialogue, there's no crossing of conversations and stuff like that. So I didn't fully understand how the concept went. And then afterwards, it was like, okay, now I want to write a play. I get it.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay. I know somebody just called, so you know, sometimes when people calling in, it messes everything up. But yeah, so that's definitely dope, though. Definitely. So you took a play, a song, and made it turn it into a play. That's dope.
Yeah, took a song, turned it into a play, and we found out at my event that we have something in common. Your play that's currently out now, that's touring, that you're to be touring and starting auditions for here in Atlanta.
Yes.
We have a person in common. Christopher Williams was in my play. He's in your play currently.
Yes.
Can you talk about that?
That was an amazing experience, man. You know what I mean? To be able to have Christopher Williams, you know, in my play. I got introduced by Christopher Williams by this gentleman. His name is OP in Delaware. OP is like the the guru of all gurus, and he has contacts and connections to all of those people. So how it went, I was doing which I'm about to do here in Atlanta. I was doing a comedy show with R&B, with a touch of R&B, and I was trying to figure out, like, I need a singer. I need somebody that's going to bring them out, And he suggested, he was like, "What about Christopher Williams?" I'm like, "Yeah, right." And he put me on the phone with Christopher Williams, and he came and he did the comedy show and the R&B. So when he was there backstage, we started talking. I was telling him, like, "Listen, I write movies, I write this play, and would you be interested in being a part of it?" And he was like, "Yeah." And it all went from there, man. You know what I mean? I contacted him. You know what I mean? We did whatever we had to do to make it happen. And he came in. He did one of my biggest shows was in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? It was a homegoing event for me. And to have Christopher Williams there, it meant a lot, man. It meant a lot.
That's really cool. So the play that you are referring to is your play called Are You Marriage Material? Can you tell us
Yes.
about the play?
Oh man, are you marriage material, man? So I wrote this play probably about 5 6 years ago. Literally about 5 6 years ago, and I was trying to get it out, trying to get it out. It just wasn't the right time. When you're trying to push something out, God has a way of telling you, like, "Nah, man." You know what I mean? Because if it would have went out when I wanted it to go out, it wouldn't have been right. And everything happens for a reason. So the stage play, "Are You Marriage Material?" Wow, what can I say? I'm currently going through a divorce situation right now. So she was one of the reasons why it was a thing that she question that she was always asking. She wanted to get married or whatever the case may be. And I wanted to be married. I don't want to be single. I don't want to be, I don't want to, there's really nothing out here at all. So marriage was something that I wanted to do. So she kept on asking me, "Are I mean, we going to get married? We're going to get married." So we finally went on ahead and got married. And those are the things that I'm like, "You're asking me to be married, but are you even marriage material?" Like, you know what I mean? And I literally had to break it down. So I started talking to a lot of people, interviewing a lot of people, just asking questions to a lot of different people before I literally start writing it. And once I got a lot of feedback from different people, I literally laid on the carpet nights after nights after nights writing this. So the stage play, the way that it is now, it was different because, again, when you are not from a certain area, you feel as though you need, like, people to help you get your vision out because, what I mean, you're trying to reach more people, you're trying to sell more tickets, you try to reach a broader, a broader audience or whatever. So I reached out to this person, and she and we started writing or whatever. And then I had no idea exactly what happened, but I thank God it did happen that she didn't write the play. We didn't do it together. So everything that we wrote, I just ripped it up. Literally everything that she had. So what we did was she sent me her version, and I already had a version, and then we was tying it into each other, whatever. But I didn't even want no parts of it,
Mm.
not one part, not even anything that I thought. So we talked. So I sat and I literally sat there for days writing that play, literally, and started going. And again, the play is based upon not all of no facts or anything like that. It's just my opinion, and I know because I've been married, and because I've done a lot of things wrong in my marriage. I had to answer that question now in going through the stuff that I'm going through now. Were you even marriage material when you got married? You know what I mean? Like, why even waste somebody's time when you're not even ready? You know what I mean? I thought I was ready, but I really wasn't. So yeah, but it touches on a lot. It touches on financial. It touches on goals, career goals. It touches on church, your morals. It touches on your children. It touches on the relationship that you have, the communicate. It touches on a lot of different things. A lot. It touches on a lot of stuff. So I'm really, really proud of the play. And again, I'm not saying it just because I wrote it. I know it's something that everybody should see.
Okay. And you are going to be holding auditions here in Atlanta.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
October the 19th, we're holding auditions. I would have to give you the address again. I literally only been in Atlanta 4 weeks. No, it's been 5 weeks now. So I have no idea. I know where it is. I booked it. It's already booked and everything. It's on the fly. I'm so sorry. I don't know the address. But it's October the 19th. It's from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And we're looking for we're casting for the stage play Are You Marriage Material, but I'm also casting for extras. I'm also casting for movie and the TV sitcom Grandma Hazel Finds a Man, and that's going to be hilarious.
Let's talk about Grandma Hazel.
Oh Lord, Grandma Hazel, she's amazing. She's
It sounds
amazing.
like a
Yeah,
great sitcom.
yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna be good, man. I really think it's gonna be good. It's just now it's already written. It's just getting the people to bring it out.
Mhm.
My vision, giving some people the something to look forward to. You know how when Martin came on Thursday nights, man, I listen. I can remember when I was in high school when Martin came on Thursday nights. I wasn't doing nothing. I keyed on Martin. I that's just wanted to make sure I was there to watch it, and that's what I'm trying to give everybody. This with this new sitcom, Hazel and family. Hazel and her family, and Grandma Hazel finds a man.
Okay. So with these auditions, I mean that's a very general statement. So what
Mhm.
exactly is there a certain age range? You looking for kids? You looking for adults only? You looking for women? You looking for men? Can it get
I'm looking for kids,
okay?
adults,
Kids
women,
age range
and men.
up.
The kids' ages from 6 to 17,
Okay.
18. Yes, yep. And then I'm looking for adults. I'm looking for um, some females and males, but I'm looking for someone that can actually like bring out an older character.
Mhm.
So if you have a character that you play, what I mean, maybe we can incorporate that into Hazel and her family or whatever. But I'm looking for somebody that's serious, that's not going to waste my time. That's really important to me. You know what I mean? Because time is valuable, and
Right.
that's something that we can't get back. But yeah, I'm looking for men, women, and children.
Okay. And what drove you to Atlanta?
Wow, man, I've been saying I want to be in Atlanta. I've been saying that I wanted to be living in Atlanta for the past like 20 years.
Okay.
Literally, my friend John and Slim, they live here in Atlanta, and they moved here. We grew up in the projects, so they've been living here for the past, I want to say, 25 plus years. And ever since they came, John used to always tell me, like, man, you need to come down here. You need to come down here. And he was telling me to come down here it was for the wrong reasons. It was like 11 women to one guy or something like that. But that was the reason why. But I was like, no, nah, Because I'm not coming down here for that. But and like I said, I've been wanting to come for so long, and now going through this stuff, But I call this transition. It's a new beginning.
Mhm.
It's a new beginning. It feels good to actually like you don't have to pretend to be happy. Like I'm not pretending to be happy. I am genuinely happy. And then I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way and go back and throwing shade at my relationships and all of that stuff. Can't nobody make you happy. I just want people to understand that. Can't
Mhm.
nobody make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. And that was the thing that was my fight. I was sitting up here trying to fight to the point where me thinking that this woman, this situation can make me happy when I wasn't happy inside. I was trying to do everything else for Coach Rob. Like, but and that's the one thing that I had to understand too. I didn't even know what I liked. I didn't know what Rob Moore liked at all. I
Mhm.
knew what Coach Rob liked to do. I knew everything about Coach Rob. I lost myself being Coach Rob. And that's just what it was. And you know what I mean? And once I found out that what I like, man, it's like, man, I'm here now though.
Okay. So you like writing stage plays, and
Mm.
you wrote a sitcom that you have coming out. Do you have a film out currently?
I have a movie. It's 2 days. It's 2 days. We only have 2 days, y'all. 2 days of filming. This film will be over. We shot a 15-day shoot. No, actually, it was 15 to 16 days, 2 days. But it's 2 days left of filming, and the film will be done, and it will be out 45 days from that once we're done. But I, I had to put it on hold
Mm-hmm.
because of what I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, marriage, divorce was, it was really,
It's ugly.
I never knew,
Yeah.
what I mean? You never know, it was just, and my divorce, it caught me by surprise. Literally, like, we wasn't going through nothing to get no divorce. Literally, we shouldn't be divorced is what, if you understand what I'm saying. It was just that, when you're not willing to fight, and when you have other people in your ear, you have so many people that envy. I feel that me and my ex, we was one of the most powerful couples that could have been in Delaware. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? But it's like, people, when they see that, they don't want that. They don't want that. They looking at her and looking at me like, what? Who is he? Like, how? And that was the thing that people was always asking me, how was I able to do everything that I'm doing? And jealousy, envy, it's just a lot, man. But life. It's
Yeah.
life. It's
Yeah, it's
life.
definitely in life. I will say that, no one gets married with the notion of I'm gonna get married to get divorced. No one does that. You don't take that time, spend all of that energy into getting into a relationship to be like, yep, I got married so I can get divorced. Like, so,
Yeah.
it's hard for some people,
Yeah.
when you end it. I was married before, and you know yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough. All right, so let's stop all of that.
Yeah, let's stop all that.
What's been your biggest challenge you faced so far in the entertainment industry?
Meeting the right people. You know what? Meeting people that are real and are not gatekeepers, if you want to
Yeah,
call it. That's the issue. You know what I mean? You have people that, like, I know I can write. I know I'm talented, and I know if the right person see it, I know what it's going to be. I know that I'm that confident. But you have people that are so, they don't want to see that. Yeah, and that's the thing that I also start to realize, that every handshake is not a welcoming handshake. And I had to understand that, like, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you feel like the envy, like, I don't even want him to do good, but I'm gonna shake his hand because who he is, or whatever the case may be. And that's bad.
yeah,
So just real people. That's the point of, everybody has been. I mean, I've been, like I said, 5 weeks. I've been out to these different events, book signings and red carpet event. Your red carpet event, such a unbelievable. I'm definitely going to be there on the 13th. But just meeting the right and genuine people. I think Cal just called me too.
that's cool. That's
Yeah, I
cool.
think he just called me. He was just on my other phone. Yeah, I think he just called me just now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Cal is a great person to know. So,
Yes. Yes.
um, yeah, I can definitely relate to meeting the right people, and I would throw in also, um, people just talk. They just
Yeah.
talk. Like, I am a doer. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm absolutely 100% gonna do what I said I'm gonna do. I can
Yeah.
walk the walk and talk the talk. And a lot of
Yeah.
people talk. That's all they do. They don't. There's no action behind it, and I'm not used to that. That's weird for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's weird to me too, because my circle, I don't have a big circle. I don't really have a big circle. You know what I mean? I'm just connecting back now, hanging with my brothers, man. Like, like, I got my brother with me. You know what I mean? Like, 37 years, brother. I haven't, you know what I mean? Like, it's been 37 years that I can, instead of calling other people that I met, That's my brother. That's my brother. And I literally had, this is my blood brother. Like me and him had the same mom and dad. So
Mhm.
just having people like that around you and knowing that they are 100, like you know what I mean? Like that's the thing that I'm used to. I'm just not used to people saying that I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then they go behind your back, or they soon as after the red carpet is over, you don't hear from them no more. It's just like, oh, let's take this picture. Everything is smiles, and um, but I guess it comes with it. It comes with all of this, and
Yeah,
and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Whatever.
I understand. um, what advice would you give to aspiring writers or filmmakers?
Hey man, listen, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't go to school for this. Yes, I was a teacher. Yes, I was. Yep, and I'm very, very educated. Yes, but you don't have to go to school to do something that you love, your passion. Chase your dreams, man. You know what I mean? Like I literally up and left Delaware, literally, and just moved here. I don't have nobody here. Nobody, not no, but I believed in my dream. So my thing, do what's on your heart,
Mhm.
but also include God with it. Because everything that's successful, if it's not dealing with God and God doesn't have his hand on it, it's only going to be a temporary fix. My and I truly believe everything that I've had in my past, it was all taken away from me because I only was thanking God when he was doing it for me or
Mm.
when I needed something. So when you're going to do something, make sure you include God. Chase your dreams, put it out there, put it on paper.
Yeah, literally. Write the vision, make it plain. Literally.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Take the vision, make it plain. I know that's right. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how can people get in contact with you? Everybody, you guys, I'm going to post. I already posted it in my BBR Indie Films private group about your auditions, but I'll post it on this stream as well. So,
Okay.
tell everybody how they can get in contact with you.
You can get in contact with me. Go to robertjmooreent.com. robertjmooreent.com. That's my website. You can also go to Robert J. Moore ENT on Facebook, social, Instagram. I'm not really the social media type person, y'all. I'm old, man. I'm old. So, but I'm learning, though. I'm learning.
You are
I'm
not.
learning. Listen, but I'm old, man. I'm old. But you can also, they can call me, man. Listen, they can call me. This is my number, 302-803-8109. That's my phone number. I will answer the phone. 302-803-8109. That's my number. Call me.
I like that you're approachable, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, last
Yeah.
thing that I want to talk about is your experience at BBR Indie Films.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Me and Shanti, we had a great time there. It was wow, man. It was so nice, and you are so yeah, your hospitality. I don't know if that's a southern thing. I don't know, but I don't know if that's just you or that's just the southern hospitality. But I felt like I was home. I felt like, I mean, you and your husband, y'all welcome me, and that's just so amazing, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Joanne. Miss Joanne is the one that introduced me and said, listen, you need to go and be a part of what they're doing. And I'm like, all right, we there. And to walk in that atmosphere, to do what you did, how you guys put it on, man, yeah, amazing. I mean, and if you guys are film writers, producers, directors, November the 13th, go to her page, go check her out. I'm telling you, it's one of the best experiences that I've had in my lifetime. And I've been on a few red carpets, and it was a really great experience.
Good. I'm glad that you had a good time. I do think it's important to make people feel like they're home. And you know what I believe is that with this big community that we have, there's no need for gatekeepers, there's no need for egos. There's so much room and there's so much work out there. And if we all help each other with our different resources and lift each other up, I mean, we can all do some amazing things. But it does, you do see some people that are, extra reserved, or, it's
Oh
only me. And that's just not
man,
the way I look at things. So it is important that every time someone comes to BBR, we make them feel like they're welcome and that they're important. I mean, from all of our filmmakers, everybody, we try to make sure that everybody feels that love, and it's genuine. It's
Oh
definitely
yeah.
genuine. So I'm glad
No.
that you had a good
I,
time.
I had a great experience with him, and again, I'm not just saying it because you was here. It was really, really, and then the people that you had there, I'm like, wow, wow, him too. It was such a great experience, man. And that's it was dope, really, really dope. And I shout out to you guys, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
So you guys, y'all better make sure come to the next one. November 13th is our seventh one. So we definitely want to
seventh.
see.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
Seventh one. That's what's up. Seventh.
seventh
That's what's
one.
up. November the
A lot.
13th, man. Yeah, go follow my friend Butter B Rocker. Go follow her. Go BBR Indie Films. Go follow her, y'all. You know what I mean? Go subscribe. It's worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth every dime. It's worth it. You know what I mean? You'll have an experience of a lifetime, and I definitely will be back there.
Oh,
Definitely.
awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to little old me here on Transparency Talks
Oh,
podcast.
cut it out. Cut it out. No, I thank you for having me, talking to little old me. You know what I mean? Like little old me. Who would have ever thought that I'll be here talking to little old you?
Definitely. It's
Yeah, definitely.
nothing but love.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
with that, everybody, we are out of here. Robert, you stay on for a second, but with that, everybody, we're gonna talk to you guys later. Peace out,
All right,
y'all.
peace, y'all. Peace, y'all.